Welcome to this show. You are watching True Love Show, and I am Rich Rose Benson, aka Madam Love 120. And today I want to talk about a very important topic that I know will be of immense help to you in your relationship. I want to talk about attitudes that kill relationship, whether you are intending or you are already married. If you put up this attitude, it can kill your relationship. And so I'm going to look at them one after the other, just the way I put them down here on in my book. The first attitude I want us to look at is if you are an individual that get angry quickly. At every slightest mistake or slightest provocation, you are very angry, you are hyper angry, and then you are even making an attempt to hit. If you are such an individual, you are going to kill your relationship by your own self, because the individual you are dealing with might be somebody who is not used to that shouting and not being able to control yourself at every slightest mistake. So anger is one thing that can kill your relationship except you watch it. Now, the next one I want us to look at is if you are the type that gives silent treatment. You know what I mean when I talk about silent treatment? Don't forget, we are talking about attitudes that kill relationship. That's actually the topic I am looking at. Now, if you are an individual that is always giving silent treatment to your would-be or your husband, wife, you are going to end up killing that relationship. Do you know how people give silent treatment? Maybe your friend or your husband or your wife pointed something to you did that he or she didn't like, or that didn't go down well with them. And the next thing you're doing is you just keep quiet, you refuse to talk. And he wants to engage you in a discussion, she wants to engage you, and you are not just talking. Now you are given to always do this, that your partner now know that each time you are angry, you don't talk. If you are such a person, you are going to kill your relationship by yourself. You know what that does? When you are not talking because you are angry or because your partner said something that didn't go down well with you, and then you just stop communicating, you just stop talking, you are going to frustrate your partner because they don't know what to do that may put you off. So the only way you help them know what to do and what not to do is by talking. You say it out. But I know many men are guilty of this. As you are listening to me, you know you are guilty of it. So many men, once they are angry, they just enter into their shell. And then the girls try to play with them, or their wife try to no. They won't even tell you stop talking or stop touching me. They just won't say anything. And then you know, oh, they are at it again, they are angry. If you are such an individual, you are going to, because your friend or your husband, your wife now, they are always being put off by this attitude of yours. And when they try correcting you, you enter deeper again into your shell. They try telling you, this thing you're doing is not too good. Oh, okay. Then you just go in. And some men even drive it further by not eating. Can I quickly say something about that? You know what it means? You gave money to your wife to prepare food. I mean, you gave her money. She went to market, she bought different stuff. The whole house is full of aroma. And children, everybody are jumping and eating. And the man of the house, everything is set now for you to eat. And then you just will not eat. Oh, I've seen women report this to me again and again. Sometimes the man leave the food there, and then the woman will come, carry the food, eat. In fact, one woman told me, I add weight now, I'm adding weight rather, because my husband will not eat each time there's any slight provocation. A man that does that is not man enough. In fact, how will I put it now? He's not made. You know, every man, every woman goes through processes of being able to become full-blown men and women that can really be married, and then the marriage will not become toxic. So a man that will not eat because The wife said XYZ. It's not made. So you can kill your relationship with that attitude. So you had better stop it. Do you know some persons are in marriage and then once they are angry, they tell their partner, I'm going to leave you. I've heard some men use the word, I will just wait. I will wait because this thing you are doing, I don't like it. I'll just, listen, I mean, even in Europe, in the white, you see a man will walk away. The man, they will declare him missing. Police everywhere will be checking. The man just walked away because he was provoked by his wife. And so he left the wife and children, just walked away. And some of them never returned. Some of them never returned. So I want to please tell you, that word you are always using because you are angry, and then I will just walk away. Also, women will just tell you, listen, my room, the room in my father's house is still intact. So if you provoke me, I'll pack my things and go. You are not matured as a woman. And let me quickly say this too. When you pack your things, leaving your husband's house to your father's house, they will welcome you, right? They'll welcome you. And if you are that lady that earns good money, and so you bring money for feeding and all of that, oh, they will be happy. But it's for a while. It's for a while. Very soon you start receiving silent treatment. You start receiving cold shoulder. Some of them will even use words like, why is she out of her husband's house? If she's that good, why is she not in her husband's house? So my dear, stop using that word. I'll just leave. I'll just pack my things. I'll just leave you. Don't do that. Whether as a man or as a woman, if you keep using that word, you are silently killing your relationship without knowing it. Whether you're using the word in marriage, you're using the word in relationship, you are still caught, you're dating your partner. And at every slightest provocation, you are already making moves to go back to your ex and all of that. You are, in fact, your partner will just like, no, this is not it. I don't know. It touches the innermost being of men when they are with you, and then just because you had little misunderstanding, and then the next thing they are seeing all manner of things and text messages in your phone. You'll just like, no, she's a whore. Please, let's control ourselves, because these are things some people do and they don't know these things are gradually killing the love of their partner for them. So another attitude we must avoid is when you as a man or woman, listen, these things I'm talking about is not just about the man or the woman, it's both. Now, if you are insecure, your partner sees that you are insecure, you are full of this insecurity, you understand? You see your husband is taking some kind of steps, some kind of things are happening for him, and then you are insecure. So women go as far as comparing their family to the family of their husband. Don't look down on my family. You think we are not, and all of that because of this insecurity, a tendency. If you have it, you are going to destroy your marriage. You're going to destroy that relationship. Do you know there are some persons, once a guy is in a relationship with them, he dare not talk to another female. Or if a girl is in a relationship with them, that girl must not have anything to do with any other person. Because they are very insecure. They'll tell you, oh, you're going out, you're doing this, you're doing that. Forgetting that life itself is about relationship. Am I trying to give us room to have all this double dating attitude and all of that? No. But I'm saying we should avoid insecurity as much as possible. Because as you move on in life, doors will open. Doors will open for your wife, open for your husband. And you are expected to go along with your partner. If a door opens for him, go with him. Celebrate the door. Do everything you know to do to help him. If a door opens for your wife, oh, go with her. Do everything you know to do to help her. It's for your good. Whose name is she bearing? It's your name. So let's avoid every form of insecurity It destroys relationship. It kills relationship. The business of your wife is doing well and you are angry. Your husband is moving with who is who in the society. You are angry because you refuse to develop. Yes, that's one thing that happens when you're married to somebody and you are both married and just one part is developing and moving forward. The other part is just static. There will always be this tendency of insecurity as time moves on because your partner is gone. It's moving ahead and you are just at that same spot. Now, the way it happens or the way we can help ourselves is when your partner is moving, my dear, move with him. When your partner is moving, oh God, move with her. It doesn't stop you from being the man of the house. If you are an individual that lack respect for your friend, for your would-be, your husband, your wife, it will kill that relationship. I know the Bible says we should submit to our husbands. Yes. But that's in the Bible says, husband, love your wife. Love your wife. Live with them according to knowledge. That's what the Bible says. So we should treat each other with respect. I want to stretch it a little further to the female. I know when some women are watching, like, oh, I know you are going to hammer it more on us. That's not true. I'm just trying to, make it balance on both sides. As a woman, if you feel your husband is not as tall as you feel he should be tall, maybe you wanted to marry a giant, but along the line you fell in love with this average man, do you know you are bound to respect that man? Yes, you are bound to respect him, you are bound to love him. Maybe you wanted to marry the prince or the king of England, the son of the king of England, but you ended up marrying one simple businessman. He's not poor. He's taking care of you. But at every little provocation, I didn't want to marry your type. It's not your type I wanted to marry. What? That's disrespect. That's disrespect. So every form of disrespect, let's avoid it. Let's avoid it. Do you know it's possible you could have a PhD, you could be a PhD holder as a woman, married to a school cert. Yes, it happens and it's happening. It doesn't stop you from submitting to your husband. Or as a man, you have your school cert, your wife has PhD. Don't start becoming insecure. Every little thing she does, you are quick to say, is it because your credentials are more than mine? What's bringing that? Okay, that means you're insecure. Let's avoid every form of insecurity. Let's avoid every form of disrespect. And let me equally say this. When we talk about respecting our partners, do you know that to some persons, the respect you give to their parents, the respect you give to their siblings is what defines the respect you have for them? Some of us are like, well, as long as I love my wife, as long as I love my husband, I respect them and I do X, Y, Z. I think I'm okay. But any other person that comes, whether as a sibling, as a father, as a mother, I don't know them, please. I don't know them. You're missing it. You're missing it because the person you are married to didn't fall from the sky. You must love his people. You must love his siblings. You must love his parents. You must walk with them with wisdom. You must walk with them with wisdom. Avoid every form of disrespect. It pained my heart recently when a man called me and said, Madam Lovewant, did you know my wife fought with my mother and even injured her? You fought with your mother-in-law and you even injured your mother-in-law. Regardless of the offense you feel she committed, you went too far. Yes, you went too far. You fought with your mother-in-law, you even injured her. That means you can fight with your mother. That means you can injure your mother. Listen, if you treat your mother and father-in-laws, your sister-in-law, brother-in-law, just the way you would treat your own people, you see, the balance, the weight, the pedestal will be very balanced. But the problem many of us have is, well, if it's my people, I know that these are my people, but those ones are not my people. Who said? Who said? Listen, as long as you are married to a woman, you're married to a man, His family become your family. You become one. And that's why I love some persons that will tell you, my mother-in-law is not my mother-in-law. She's my mother-in-love. I love them when they use that word. That's actually the way it's supposed to be. A mother-in-law should equally treat their daughter-in-law that way. Treat them likewise. Don't treat them as, I beg, she's just my son's wife. I beg. No, it's not. No, treat, if she wants to be your own daughter, will you treat her like that? You want that relationship to soar to the next level. You want your marriage to keep growing. You want your husband to keep loving you, your wife to keep loving you as if you just got married. Even though your marriage is now 10 years, 15 years. You must do this thing. You see, I'm not saying you should do them. No, there are things you must do. If they are not part of you now, begin to work on yourself. Begin to work. No, one thing I love about human is nobody was born with anything. Nobody was born with, oh, I know how to do this. I know. You were not born with it. You worked on yourself. You developed yourself. And today, you are now a champion in that area. So you can work on yourself, even if it's not part of you. You can work on yourself. Even if you grew up in a home where that was what was obtainable, you can work on yourself. Don't forget you're listening to True Love Show. And my name again is Rich Rose Benimaswen, aka Madam Love Wantiti. I'll come your way again very, very soon. You want to reach me, you can just take the number on the screen and then you will get quick answer. See you again very soon.